Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video. And today we are going to be taking on Season 3 of the Uncharted Battlefield. Of course, it has been a couple of days since this mode has released, and of course, it's been a hard couple of days. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to do something for you guys specifically on stage 10, but it's been practically impossible, and we'll get onto it in just a moment. But of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, remember to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know your guys' thoughts on this season of Uncharted Battlefield. Are you guys finding it hard, challenging? Is it easy for you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm quite curious to see what you guys have to say down below. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna skip out on the first 4 battles because the first 4 battles are exactly the same as the first 2 seasons. Now, if we take a look at the seal details, I will go over what I've used. So, of course, I've used Bell and Asfi together, and along with Bell and Asfi, I took Wealth into stage 1. These are the scene cards I equipped on all of those units. Well, all 2 of those units. So 3 of these on Bell, and then the right 3 on Wealth, of course. And then the battle items I used were rare battle items. Again, the first 4 stages are where I literally did not use a single UR, at least from what I recall. I didn't use a single UR battle item or scene card or even adventure or assist. It's all SRs, SSRs, and rares and normals as well. As you can see here, Bet, Hestia, triple rare, and SR battle item. Now, this stage I will say is a little trickier because I am using only a single SSR adventure. From my understanding, based on what I've done with my box specifically, I could probably chuck in, well, any of these units now. I have enough units to actually go in, and I could even technically do this with URs as well. But I like saving up my URs for later stages in case I need to free up a slot or anything of that sort. So that is something to keep in mind. But I could have easily used an SR Mikoto alongside Bet, which would have helped out tremendously. I could have used SSR Tiona as well. Would have made my life super easy, right? Would have made my life super easy, and I could have done that for all these stages, by the way. I could have added a single SR or SSR to all 4 of these stages. Maybe I could have added one to the Bet stage. I could have added one to the Bell and Wealth stage to make it easier for them. Maybe gone triple SR here, and then I could have added one of the other, SSRs to this stage because it is, of course, approaching the harder stages, right? So it would have been nice, but of course, I wanted to make it a little bit more challenging to see how it would be if I went to my absolute limits in order to get this W. So there you go. So that's obviously stage 2 if you wanted to see that. Now we move on to stage 3. Daphne and Daphne is the adventure, and then we use Wealth and Hephaestus together basically. Scene cards you can see that I used are right here. Again, rares and normal scene cards only. SR battle items, very straightforward. And then to wrap it all up, we went for double SSR, SSR, Take and Gareth were together, and then I think it was Aizen and Lily Ruka. And then these were the scene cards I used. This is where I upgraded to SR scene cards because I knew this stage was going to be a little bit challenging. Maybe if I had put in an extra 3rd unit, maybe I would have probably gone for weaker scene cards potentially. Same with the battle items, weaker battle items, but still valuable lesson learned there, and of course allows me to free up some units for later stages, of course, right? This is something that's very, very significant, super significant in my personal opinion. So there you have it. These are the first 4 stages. Now we move on to stage 5, and this is of course the first purple stage of 2 purple stages. As you can see, this is the big change between this season and the previous seasons. Season 1 and season 2, there was only 1 purple stage, and then the last stage was a universal stage. Now this season, the final stage is purple, and my god, is it difficult as hell without Artemis. You do need Artemis for this stage to make it super easy. It's not impossible without Artemis, but it requires you to have the perfect RNG. It requires you to have the perfect setups. You have to have the perfect AI going in your favor. Otherwise, you are screwed. I have still not beaten this stage without Artemis. I've been trying my hardest. I've been trying over the last 2 days to beat this stage without Artemis. I can't do it. I simply cannot do it. It's just not happening for me. I have heard from 1 or 2 people that they were able to do it without Artemis. I don't know their awakenings or anything. I assume they must be quite high as well. but it was so challenging for me. I will try once again in this video, if possible, to see if we can beat it without Artemis. But if we don't beat it without Artemis, I'm immediately just chucking in Artemis and we're getting the clear again for your guys' pleasure. So let's go over to the 5th stage. And as you can see right here, very different team to what you would expect, because I tried using no purple units for this stage. I tried avoiding using purple units for this stage. My focus was to use only URs that were, you know, not being used in later stages, which of course I managed to do so because I had freed up so many other slots, right, as you can see there. So let's get back into the stage and let's use the same exact team. So Tiona, of course, was one of the units. The other unit was Otaro, and then the last unit was, of course, Haruhime. So we use the same exact team there. We will be using Hephaestus there. We will be using Lafia here, and then we will obviously use Seer here as expected. I mean, there's no real reason or not a reason as to why I wouldn't use Seer at all in this stage, is what I mean to say. So let's go with that, and let's set up everything as we did previously. So SSR battle items again, because this is a stage where I'm just basically taking effectively super strong units, even if it's type disadvantage. It don't really matter. It really does not matter. So I'm gonna use SR scene cards here if possible, because we may as well. There's no real reason for us to use the UR scene cards. I believe my team can clear this without having to use SSR scene cards or UR scene cards. So we're just gonna go all in, and I'm gonna give all of these units SR scene cards, and then we're gonna give whatever's remaining in terms of UR scene cards, the scene cards that I don't plan on using, to these other units. So let's see here. We'll probably give the scene card as well. 10% stamina increase, sure. Endurance increase, sure. And then finally we can give you the poison one. Nobody's using that one. Let's be real, nobody is using that one. One thing I could do as well technically is I could give the water attribute scene cards to these units more so, and I think I should do that. And that's what I'll probably do in the next stage with the water units that I will be taking, Belle and Lafia. Because in that fight, right, and especially in later fights, because I'm not using any water units, I may as well use water units to help me out. You know what I mean, right? I think that'll be far superior and far more beneficial to me, in all honesty. So we'll do that later on as well. I'm gonna do that, and you do that to take that to my advantage. So right now this should be easy, and you'll see why what I mean by this should be easy, because frankly, well, I got the clear previously, but I'm obviously weakening the team a little bit more here because I'm not using the UR scene cards that I was previously, as you saw in the sealed details. We're not going to be using that whatsoever, but this team should still be able to clear this with ease because we're not using any red unit. So there's no worry of type advantage or anything of that sort. It's all about just making sure I get the kills off on the big boss as soon as possible before he gets up his shield, and or my units get distracted by the mobs, because you know how the mobs are in this game. They're frustrating as hell, you know, or the AI, I should say, when it comes to obviously things like, oh, you know, bad movement, focusing on the wrong units, focusing on this, focusing on that, so on and so forth. We're gonna just try and hope that the team is able to get it done with ease, you know, without focusing on anything else. So there we go. Already going in on the enemy, which is great. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Hit him with it. There we go. Got the break off as well. Now just attack, please. That's all you need to do. There you go. And we saved up a lot of scene cards, by the way. We saved up a ton of scene cards, which is super beneficial, super beneficial. So we've got that clear done. CP levels as well, very nice. Always very nice. Always very nice. Now the thing is, right, I was considering on this stage, and one of the things I was considering is potentially freeing up Lafia for that final stage. Potentially. I was thinking of freeing up the water Lafia for that final stage, but I personally don't believe it'll make a big difference. That's my personal opinion. I don't see it making a big difference, but maybe it might, and I'm being a bit too pessimistic on that fact. Maybe I'm being a bit too pessimistic on that fact, but I believe it won't make a big difference. But in order to just give myself that opportunity, right? To give myself that opportunity and to prove that it wouldn't have made a difference, to prove that it won't make a difference, I will free up that Lafia. I'm gonna free up that Lafia, and I'm gonna use some other units here just to chuck in order to basically make my life a little bit easier potentially, and to see if I was maybe right or wrong. Of course, if you guys want to see what I used initially, actually, before I go any further, you guys can see right here what I was using. 3 SR scene cards, 3 SSR scene cards. Kind of weakened myself there a little bit, but I could have probably just given, you know, proper equips to both of these units, and we would have been absolutely fine. You know, stuff like water attribute abilities and stuff like that would have made life so much more easier, right? But I made my life a bit harder myself, you know. That's just how it do be. That's just how it do be. We'll do that. There we go. And then we'll just give SR battle items here. Bell should carry on his own, honestly. I think that's the thing as well. I think Bell will be able to carry on his own. What I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna avoid using the SSR scene cards as well, and I'm gonna try and port over some of the SSR scene cards to later stages. Now, the reason for that is because I want to do something a little bit funky on a later stage as well. And again, I'll come on to why in a moment as well. When we get to that stage, I want to try something a little bit different. So I'm going to just use normal scene cards on this Tiona for now. Or Tiona. Yeah, no, it's the Tiona for now. I didn't see which sister I was clicked on. I was equipping on. But yes, I'm going to give the normal scene cards to Tiona for now, and we'll see how it goes. So this is obviously, again, me overextending. You could make an argument and say Bell could clear it on his own, especially with his special attack performance. The only issue is that he doesn't have that range to basically push his units wide. You know, that's the issue. Because Bell, while he's able to kill these enemies very easily, it's more so that if he gets surrounded by a lot of them, he'll run into an issue where he'll basically be unable to, you know, spread out the enemies. Kind of like how, for example, Ice can do that very easily. The green Eyes. Red Eyes can also do that as well with her ability, right? With her first skill, because it's a radius attack. Bell, unfortunately, does not have that sort of thing. Sadly, he does not. He does not. So he ends up having a little bit more of an issue there. Okay, that was a little bit of an extreme thing there, by the way, game. You didn't need to do that. Okay, there we go. Firebolto, there we go. Very nice. We were able to get the KOs without any issues whatsoever. Alright. Now, big boss here. Should be easy. Should be very easy even. I mean, we almost KO'd him immediately as well. There we go. Get the break. And, okay. I was about to say, I'm hoping it doesn't miss. I was like, shouldn't miss, but a little bit worried there. A little worried there, but we didn't miss. We did not miss. He don't miss. He don't miss. We don't miss. We don't miss at all. All right. So that is the blue stage done and dusted, as you saw there. Now we move on to the red stage. And this one, I mean, I don't even have to do much here, to be quite honest. I didn't do anything at all, actually, last time round. All I did was remove all the units, remove every single one of these units, and I just chucked in one single unit. Now, I could have made my life a lot easier here again, because we don't use the red units after this. But all I did was I took Finn and I just equipped a lot of fire attribute cards on him. That's it. That's all I did. So what I can do here, in order to make my life a little bit easier as well, I'll give them an SSR battle item because it's a single unit only. But I have to go for everything that has fire attribute in it, basically. Anything and everything that has some form of fire attribute, I will just equip that. Literally, all I need to do is just equip that. So there's one more fire attribute scene card, I think, that I don't have here, right here. Yeah, it's HP recovery, but it doesn't matter. There's no point in me not having it on. I don't think it'll make a big difference anyways, but still, it's just there. It's just there to be there, more so than anything else. Because the thing is, right, that HP recovery scene card is more so for the Christmas Riveria and, well, the normal Riveria as well. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't have either. Well, I have normal Riveria, but I'm not using her now, am I? So it ends up becoming kind of like a useless thing, to be honest, for me. Just useless, absolutely useless. So we may as well just focus on getting the KOs off if possible. Take advantage of the slight stats bonus that it gives as well, because that's something that it gives. It gives a decent amount of stats as well. I mean, it is a UR scene card, so I'd hope it would. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why did I get stunned there? All right, using... Stop it. I got stunned there way too much. There was no reason for me to get stunned there. That is the funniest. I've never had that happen to me. I didn't even know those enemies could stun you, to be quite honest. That's the first time I've seen them stunning you. So I'm okay. You know what? Fair enough. They did block me in a way. Clearly, my previous run was very lucky, apparently. Or all my solo runs have been very lucky, apparently. I never knew they stunned. Good thing to note, I guess. Good thing to note. There we go. Okay, we're progressing. We're progressing. Most important thing is we're progressing. That's good. That's good. It's a good start. All right, there we go. Don't stun. Thank you. Good stuff. Okay, we're progressing. That is good. Small victories. Small victories. All right. All right, you wasted your attacks there. Ah, that's fine. We didn't get burned. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is we haven't gotten burnt. All right, now the question is, what are we gonna do against this orc? Is the real question. Come on, get the KO there. There we go. I was a little bit worried there. I was like, my HP is a little bit too low there. We need to be a little bit careful, but we managed to get it done. We managed to get it done. Okay. So that's the red stage done. Okay. We got past the red stage fairly easily now. Now is where I'm going to adjust a thing here. And this may be beneficial to me, may not be. I don't know yet, to be quite honest. But we're going to change it. We're going to change it up. So, previous run, I did use eyes. I did use Hermes, right? I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to use Hestia here. I'm going to put Hestia on eyes. I'm going to bring in Ryu as an additional supporting unit, as an additional cast member. And I'm going to chuck in Take Mikazuchi. I will chuck in Take Mikazuchi. We were going to give them the equips that they deserve. I think I went for all the wind attribute scene cards here, which I can still rock, to be quite honest. It doesn't make a difference. Now, the reason why I'm using Hermes is because I'm saving Hermes for later on. I want to save Hermes up for later on. And I want to save him up for when we need him, more so than anything else. That's the main important thing. So, I'm going to just use the scene card. Sure, we can equip that. And then I'm going to give the SSR scene cards to this lady here. I'm going to give it to Ryu. I'm going to give it to Ryu because she's going to use it. She's going to take advantage of it and she can actually use it to her benefit, basically. Because I have tried going into this stage without any scene cards or anything on Ryu. And trust me when I say this, she dies within like 2 seconds. If you go back and check out the first ever Uncharted Battlefield video we did, she went in with nothing and then just died. Literally just fell over. So realistically, we kind of do need to use some scene cards and stuff on her to help us out, but I don't think we need to do more than that. I mean, Ryu and Eyes together should be able to get the job done fairly easily. It should not be a problem whatsoever. I have no worries about that. Nice, not bad. Aimed into the wall, but it's okay. That's the AI for you. But yeah, this should be fairly simple, to be quite honest. Yeah, okay, the stun came through there. Thank you, game. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. That was the first time I saw the stun, because now that I've said that, I'm probably going to see the stun way too many times. Way too many times. Who got hit there? I was so confused. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Luminous Wind helps a little bit, I guess. How are we doing in terms of HP? Okay, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Okay. There's a little bit stressed there. I was like, I don't know how we're doing in terms of HP, you know, but we're doing fairly easily. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I missed my ult. Alright, but that's fine. Doesn't make a difference. We're okay. We're okay. I was like, are you kidding, buddy? Are you kidding me? We missed our ult. Really? Really, game? But okay. Alright, beautiful stuff. We move along now. Now, the thing is, right, a lot of people might be asking, Gale, you have so many units in your back pocket. How are you struggling? Well, I tried using a team without I tried using a team without purple units first. That was my thought process. I was like, yeah, sure, they want purple units, but it can't be that much more difficult, can it now, right? Oh no, it was. It sure was. It was much harder. It was much harder than I thought it was. It was a big struggle. It was very much a big struggle. Now, for the yellow side, I'm going to show you guys what I used right here. This is the team I used. I am going to remove Seer as well. I am not using Seer for this one. I am saving her up. She's so good, and I'm going to save her up for the later stage. I don't want to waste my Seer here. No, 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 no. No chance am I wasting my Seer here. Not a shot. Not in a million years we're wasting Seer here. The girls can get all of their assists and stuff. I'm going to put Lily on her. We're going to take advantage of Lily on the stage. And I'm just going to go all in pretty much. This is very straightforward. I don't really need to do much here. The yellow team is, well, my yellow team is good enough for Uncharted Battlefield at the very least. It might not be great for game modes like, it might not be perfect for game modes like, Thingy-mababa. It might not be good for game modes like story mode and stuff for killing bosses and stuff. But it can most assuredly get the job done when it comes to game modes like this. So I'm going to just definitely take advantage of whatever we have here and get into the fight. So this is the final stage where I feel like most players should be able to get to this stage and clear it fairly easily. Even with like type neutral units, you should be able to do this as long as you have like, you know, one or two units of the actual type. I think that should, you know, be more than enough, right? You guys have seen that I'm able to clear the stage with fair ease, I would say. It's not been the smoothest run, but it's not been the hardest run either, right? It's been fairly decent-ish. Ish is what I would say. The problem comes in on the next couple of stages, right? The problem starts to begin in the not next couple of stages, the last stage. It starts to accumulate in the last stage. Now, the thing is, right, as well, is that this final stage was actually a red stage originally. If you guys didn't know, the order originally, I think, was stage 5 was blue, stage 6 was purple, stage 7 was green, I think. Yeah, stage 7 was green. Or stage 7 was yellow. I think it was one of those two. Stage 8 was the other. And then stage 9 was red. And then stage 10 was the universal element, right? Now it's changed, of course. As you saw, stage 5 is purple. Stage 6 is blue. Stage 7 is green. Stage 7 is red. Stage 8 is green. And now stage 9 is yellow. So there has been a bit of a change there, you could say. Again, not the craziest change, I would say. It's not the end of the world or anything of that sort. But it's a change. It's a change for sure, and people will notice it. I don't think it makes a big difference, in all honesty, in the grand scheme of things. But I think especially in later seasons, maybe as units come along, maybe as they add more enemies, maybe as they make each stage harder, it's going to be a lot more challenging. Now, we're done with stage 9, right? Stage 9, we smashed it. We absolutely smashed it. Got a drop as well for final medicine. We will take it. We smashed it, right? We smashed it. No worries to on that stage whatsoever. Now comes the hardest stage, stage 10. Now, usually whenever we do stage 10 in previous seasons, there was one thing that was pretty much all you needed to do. Just like stages 5 to 9, all you needed to do was kill the boss that had the HP on the top, which more often than not was, or always was, the black hellhound in the middle, right? Not anymore. Now, in the final round, in the final area, you have to kill every single enemy. Now, initially, a lot of people thought it was a bug, but they haven't come out and said anything. So that makes us believe that this was an intentional change. This was a change they wanted to introduce to make the stage harder. And boy, oh boy, has it made it harder. I think that if we didn't have that requirement, the purple team without Artemis, 100%, not even a question, this team would have cleared it. The problem begins because you need to clear it without having anything in your way in terms of you don't need to have a the yellow dog in the arena, you don't need to have the small dog in the arena, the black hellhound has to go. All three of these bosses have to go, so it makes it a lot more challenging, and unfortunately that also results us in struggling a lot more. This is very, very hard. I have tried my utmost to beat this stage. Trust me when I say this. I have tried so goddamn hard to beat this stage, and I'm at my wit's end, honestly. I've tried so many different scenarios, so many different strategies, so many different things, and it's just not worked. I've tried so many things. I've tried, switching around units, using stronger units. I've tried everything. I've tried everything. One thing I feel like maybe could be a little bit helpful is probably taking a healing unit. So maybe taking a if you have Haruhime, maybe that could help a little bit. Or alternatively, if there was actually a good purple support unit that wasn't called SR Mikoto, that would also help as well. Now, one thing we could do in order to make it a little bit more interesting is I could probably just try and take this Mikoto and see how it would work, but it won't. I will tell you it won't, because the thing is, the healing is there's only so much you can do with the healing, right? There's only so much you can do with the healing. So there's no point in us taking that. What I could do as well is use more stamina based skills and stuff, but even that, I'm like, there's not much that I can gain from it either, realistically speaking. So, in all honesty, everything I do here is probably amounting to not really, right? There's not much coming from it. I have tried equipping some other things. I've tried using some other skills and scenarios to see if there's anything I can do to, make this work some way, shape, or form. Make it work somehow. It's just nothing. It's just like blank, blank, blank. All my head's gone kind of thing. There's not much I feel like we can do here, in all honesty. And I've tried so many different things, so many different things. But yeah, I don't know. I've tried various things. Let's try it again. Let's see how we go. I'm gonna go into this stage and use this non-time limited team first once at least, and then we'll bring in Artemis and show you guys exactly what Artemis can do in that stage. And again, this is just portraying the purple team being weak. I think if you had a red team, we would have been fine. Green team would have been fine. Blue team would have been fine. Yellow, I think as well. Actually, honestly, yellow, probably fine as well, realistically. I'm not gonna lie. I think yellow would have also been fine, kinda. It's purple, man. Purple's non-time limited set. Okay, actually, yellow, blue, and red. I'm thinking about it as a perspective of all the units that I've released so far, right? And all of them would be fine. But if I include Artemis in that, then this is also realistically fine. Same with Summer Eyes as well. I actually don't know how Summer Eyes fares here, but I'd like to think that she'd be also a decent option as well, actually, in this scenario. But the only team I think that can do this stage non-time limited is probably green, when it's obviously type advantage green. I think with green units, you can easily do this stage and not even have to worry at all. I don't think so, at least. It would not be an issue whatsoever. Now, obviously, as you saw there, I've gone fully into special move damage for Finn. The reason for that is because I feel like in the later stage, especially towards the end, it's all about just killing the enemies as fast as possible. Just get the enemies out and down for the count. But as you saw there, we unfortunately die. Aisha's dead, which is great. Finn is dead, which is also great. And, well, what can Tiona do? Tiona's here just vibing. And the problem is the enemies are... there's too many enemies. And then there's too many also environmental fire. The fireballs are there too many times. Oh, man. This was a lot better, though, I would say. I'm surprised Tiona survived this much. I'm not gonna lie. I am fairly shocked at the fact that Tiona survived this long. To be quite honest, I am fairly surprised Tiona survived this long. So I'm going to give it another shot and hopefully going into that final stage. And this is where RNG comes into play along with the AI. So first and foremost, the AI runs into the fireballs way too often. And then second of all, the AI just uses the ults in such bad scenarios, mainly right before the fight is about to start. And it kind of ruins the entire flow of the fight, basically, because now you're stuck with no ult and you're about to face like 3 extremely strong enemies. So it's like, well, fuck, kind of, it's just literally you saying fuck, what can I do kind of thing. Maybe if you get very lucky with the situation. And one thing I wish we could do is at least control when we could launch our ults, save ult until final round or something. I think that would be cool if you could choose that, but that's not happening, of course, for at least the foreseeable future. I think we could have easily win this fight. Because then you can just say like, okay, I'm gonna use the ult on that final boss. That's it. Nobody else. I don't use the ult on anybody else. Avoid using the ult on every single other unit. Alright, let's see now. This is gonna be very interesting. We're using Ishtar here, which I'm fairly surprised by. Okay, we've got ults going, getting ready. We might have our ult ready here in time here. Okay, we've got stunned. There we go. We got one Death Hound down. We got that down. Finn is dead, which is unfortunate. And we're stuck in a corner with Tione. Again, Tione is surviving, which I'm kind of surprised about. I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's the tier effect. But yeah, there's not much she can do now in that regards. I'll give it one more shot because I feel like we were there with that idea. It's just that we got stunned initially and then Aisha just decided to keel over, which again is a byproduct of Ishtar in a way. While Ishtar is a nice unit to, run, Ishtar does increase the damage you take from her assist skill, which I think is what's hurting Aisha. So maybe we might do one run without Ishtar and then see what that help. Maybe that will help a little bit in some way, shape, or form. Loki has the same problem as well, by the way. If you guys didn't know, Loki and Ishtar have really good stats. They provide really good stats on their assist skill, but they also make you take more damage as the unit, and that becomes a big problem. It becomes a huge problem, and not everybody would be very happy with it. In all honesty, not everybody would be very happy with it. And especially in a game mode like this where you're bound to take damage because of how shitty the AI is. Yeah, that's just how it's gonna work. Also, I say the AI is shitty. I mean, it is bad, but like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot better still compared to like the day one AI. It's just that for a game mode like this, it's kind of frustrating because you want to have good AI in a game mode like this because it's only AI controlling it. There's not much option here. There's no option here. You don't have an option to, use anything else, unfortunately. There we go. All right, there we go. Come on. Use your ult, buddy. Okay, we managed to get that down. Oh, Ishtar. Aisha died literally frame one. Okay, I mean, there's no point in us continuing this because, well, the main attackers are dead. The main attackers are dead. They're gone and out, down and out for the count. One thing we could do actually, one second, to help maybe survive a little bit more. What I might do is I might strip away some of the damage from Aisha at least, and go for more stamina focused scene cards, maybe if there is any. Do I have any stamina focused scene cards? Did I save my stamina focus? I have some endurance scene cards. That helps, surely, right? Also, yeah, this one will definitely help considering how it is. Yeah, 100% HP. Not happening, Chief. Yeah, I think we'll go for one endurance and this stamina scene card, I think, on Aisha. And what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna remove Ishtar. Ishtar's gotta go, man. Ishtar is useless here. Unfortunately, she doesn't help at all. Freya actually might be beneficial here purely because of the the HP restoration and stamina and stuff. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take Hermes. I'm gonna take Hermes and see how we fare with Hermes as the assist here, because we get an HP recovery first and foremost, and second of all, he gives a lot of nice defensive stats to Aisha as part of his passive. So this might be beneficial for us, but let's see. Again, if this doesn't work, then we'll just chuck in Artemis and I'll show you guys how the fight really turns out with her in the team. Again, I wish I had Summer Eyes because I'd like to actually test out Summer Eyes on this stage 10 of Uncharted Battlefield. Like I say, I believe I, should be able to beat the stage with Summer Eyes and no Artemis. But again, that's another limited unit, and it's the exact reason why I want to try and beat this stage without any form of, time limited units, because I can show you guys that it is possible. It is possible without a time limited unit. And I think the earlier stages as well, the red stage, most assuredly, if you have all 3 red units, you can do it. The green stage, you saw it was possible with only eyes. I obviously used an extra unit, but if they make the final stage green, then you can do it with non-time limited units, Otaral and all. easy money, right? Osvi exists as well, which I don't have that as a unit, so keep that in mind. All right, let's see here. That's okay, actually, because this will allow us to chip away a little bit more and gain some SA gate charge, because we just used our SA there, as you saw. Let's do this. Come on. I wonder how bed would have helped in this scenario. I'm very curious, actually, about that. All right, let's see. Oh. He died just as I went for that. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is... Oh, no. Are you serious? Okay. This might be it. It just might be. Hold on a second. One thing I'm going to change here. I'm going to give Aisha back some damage. I'm going to give Aisha back some damage here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This has made me much more intrigued. It's just made me way more intrigued. I think we're gonna have to stick with this, basically. Maybe what I can do is just to give Finn a little bit more defense. Sure, he can get some endurance as well. And some more HP and whatnot as well. But I was surprised that Aisha survived that long, in all honesty. And maybe if we had just a little bit more HP and stuff. And I think one thing that would also help, by the way, is if we go into the last stage and we have Tione's shield up. That also, I think, would be a definite help as well, because, you know, knockback and all, and just taking less damage as well. We won't be down and out for the count. But, like, yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. This is going to be very interesting. I've given some damage back to Aisha, like I said then, and got some more defense for Finn. So let's see how this works. Maybe this might be it. Maybe. I just wish the battle item usage was a little bit more smarter as well, by the way. That's one thing I've realized that the game doesn't do really well, is the battle item usage is super dumb. It just uses it whenever it's possible, which is, I think, ridiculous, because obviously, I don't need Harime's item at a certain point. Unless I need it, don't use it, kind of thing. Same thing with some other battle items as well. I feel like they should be focused on, like, again, a situation of where, like, maybe I can control the battle item usage. Again, I wish that was a thing. Allowing us to control the ults and battle items, I think, would be the two things that would be super nice. I think you don't need anything else. Use your assist skills whenever you want. Use your normal attacks and special skills whenever you want. Ults and battle items let us control. I think that would be very, very nice. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, Hound is down. Alright. Oh, come on. There's no way. Oh my god. Okay, he's down, but that's fine. Wait a second. We're running out of time. No. I did it! Let's go! Oh my god. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting to do it. But we did it. Stage 10 with no time limited units. It's done. Wow-wee. Holy crap. That took so much out of me. I'm not gonna lie. That took so much out of me. You do not believe how much time I've put into this. And all I needed to do was just change a couple of things. Go a little bit more defensive. Half defense, half offense. And get it done. Oh my god. There we go. Well, I didn't need Artemis all along. Clearly, I didn't need Artemis. I should go and sell the Artemis. Maybe I should try and see if I can, get rid of it. Nah. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of that or thought of this video. I can't believe I did it. I mean, there you go. It is possible. Takes a lot, as you saw there. A little bit of RNG can go your way. And clearly, you just need defensive units. That's it pretty much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We got very close there. I saw the timer and I was like, holy shit, we might be done here. But we got it done. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Like I said, I've been saying that multiple times. I'm shaking kind of right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.